Welcome back to the Town's End. I'm going to do a full cooking episode this time. And it's a Polish style kielbasa. But obviously pre-cooked, so we just need to take the portion we need for tonight's dinner and cut it up. Maybe sort of stir fry. Oh good, it's already sectioned, so that makes it a lot easier. Don't need all three. Save one for another day. Okay, I posted a slideshow with pictures of the seasoning and other stuff that's going in it. I did show the Italian blend mixed vegetables I was going to use, but I found also in my freezer some leftover stir fry mix of vegetables like green and yellow peppers and onions already diced up and frozen. Won't hurt to use those up, and they're still okay, you know, being that they're going to be cooked up. I wouldn't want to eat them just defrosted. They've been in there a while. Can't say I've ever actually prepared kielbasa this way myself. I've always had it either at a grill barbecue or cooked in like a slow cooker with the disgusting stuff that's usually with it, you know, that slaw type crap that people like, which the only way I really can tolerate it is when it's with sausage or kielbasa that has strong enough flavor itself that you don't really notice it. But it's the first time cooking stir fry kielbasa myself, so keep that in mind. Although I kind of picked the easiest way to do it by buying something that's already cooked. I just need to make sure it's in there long enough to get hot and blister a bit. But my judgment might be off when it comes to my amount per dish. Like, I have a feeling I may not need both of these sections. Maybe a little more than one, but I don't need full both. Maybe 1.5 will probably be enough. Alright. I'm not the fastest cutter, but then again, I'm not looking to, you know, add a sacrifice of my own blood to this particular dish this time. There we go. Trying to keep it, not give it up. Good setup. Drop it all over the stove. Alright, so yeah, I definitely don't need this entire thing. Just going to cut off a little less than half and put this with the other to use for another day. Don't need the knot. Let me do this one a little different. Probably should have done it to the rest because they'll fit better in the frying pan if they're a little smaller. Alright, I'm probably going to turn the heat on for that frying pan with some with the veggies in it already. I put the oil in already. There we go. So oh, that's horrible. That was more ice than veggies. Great. So that was a mistake to try to use up those. That's disgusting. Just freezer burned veggies with chunks of ice. Well, didn't ruin it, just not very useful. I need a bigger pan or a wok so I can do more meals like this and not suddenly run out of space. Alright, so I'm just putting these in and warming them up. Add seasoning that I like. Onion powder. Garlic powder. A little bit of this. The stuff that I use as a rub. It also tastes good just generally as a seasoning on anything with meat in it. Just a dusting of ghost pepper powder. A little goes a long way. Do not need much. A little salt. And black pepper. My black pepper shaker is empty, so I gotta refill it. Okay. And that's still frozen, because, you know, it takes time. Alright, I'm going to try to cut some of these a little smaller so they don't take up quite as much room. Let's see. And I am going to do a little taste test afterwards. Now, you know, I know it's kind of like lame to taste test your own food on your own cooking video because, yeah, hard to be objective. But I'm going to do that, and I'm going to invite someone else who's in the house to at least do a taste test as well. They might not want to be on camera, but I can at least get their voice sharing what they think of the flavor. And maybe I'll get Albie to taste test a piece. He at least would like a tiny piece of the kielbasa, I'm sure. Although he is an odd cat. It's the first cat I've had that like isn't crazy about most people food. Only a few things he finds like somewhat interesting and will taste test a little. Not like cats I grew up with that ate straight up pieces of cheese, raw egg, you know, and other people food if you let him have it, chicken bones. Like, this cat doesn't really do it. He looks at you funny if you offer it to him. He sniffs it, but only a few things have you ever actually taken a bite. All right, can't imagine he won't at least try this. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty high in sodium and in animal fat, which is kind of two things that they love. Alright. It's going to take longer than I planned, but that's just because, yeah, first time, you know. I should have maybe defrosted the vegetables first, so I don't have to wait through that entire process before things start to cook. But that's okay. It's a learning process. Alright, so I'm going to cook this and cover it so it cooks a little faster. And then I'm going to do a little cleanup. But I will come back when this is done and I'll plate some and do a taste test. A very short follow-up taste test video. But yeah, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the Town's End.